A lot of people, and by people I mean, again, we have a lot of Marxists out there who think that for some reason, for whatever reason, that Greg Abbott should have accepted the pittance of financial help from Joe Biden when he said that, well, we'll help you test people who are coming across the border. So I have this story. This comes by way of KRGV. It says Greg Abbott rejects aid from Biden administration in dispute over coronavirus testing. Now, this was back in March. This story keeps coming up from people who don't know what the law is. And it was also published by people over at the Texas Tribune. So Abbott declined he declined help from the federal government, and I put air quotes around help. The federal government said that they would, quote unquote, pitch in on paying for testing of people who were coming across the border illegally. Now, Greg Abbott said that it's a federal responsibility to screen immigrants coming into Texas, and that Texas was not going to be put on the hook financially or in human resource wise doing something that is a federal responsibility. Greg Abbott, and I don't give a hot damn what your opinion is about how conservative he is or anything else on this issue, Greg Abbott is unequivocally 1,011% correct, and I will physically enter an octagon and fist fight you over this because some of these people are too damn stupid to understand what the law is. I will walk you back to Prince v. United States, a law that I actually got very, very knowledgeable on this is when I was anticipating being asked this by George Stephanopoulos on ABC in the wake of Parkland, and I was looking actually at federal responsibility in enforcing, implementing, paying for, and staffing the rollout and maintenance of these federal regulatory programs, right? So Prince v. United States, and we'll talk more about this in a little bit, but just to set the table, this was something that occurred back in the 90s. This was in a fight over the Brady handgun bill, and there was a sheriff out of Montana who was like, I'm not implementing this stuff because the federal government is asking for the states to take upon themselves via human resources and financial resources the responsibility of maintaining, implementing, and carrying out a federal regulatory program. This is a violation of our 10th Amendment rights, which discusses commandeering, right? And the Supreme Court agreed. In fact, in the majority opinion, Antonin Scalia held, he actually reversed the Ninth Circuit courts, because I think it was Ninth Circuit that had originally ruled on this. It was kicked back up to the Supreme Court. He said, no, the federal government cannot force states to implement and pay for these federal policies. Prince v. United States, and interestingly enough, all the progressives out there right now that want to act like they have no responsibility at all whatsoever are the same people that try to invoke Prince v. United States against Trump when Trump was trying to use federal grant money through the DOJ and withholding it from sanctuary cities. I love the fact that these people cannot pick and choose properly and that they want to use something like Prince in defense of sanctuary cities, but I'll be damned, they want to act like it doesn't exist when you're talking about the federal government coming down on some of these border states trying to make them implement a federal regulatory policy, which the Supreme Court held is absolutely unconstitutional and blatant violation of the 10th Amendment. You're welcome.